Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dare to Be Beautiful. So in today's episode, I have quite a few new products that I didn't have last time that we're going to try out. And some products that are near and dear to me personally, and we'll kind of go into that when we get to those products. But we are going to start with something that I did not do last time, which is hydrating my face. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of them definitely put on like a hydrator or something before they put on their makeup. And for me, I never thought that I, needed those products just because my skin is not super dry. At the same time, it's not super oily. It's pretty regular. So I was like, you know what? I probably don't need those. And then for the past couple months, I've been testing with makeup. I've been playing with it. I've been just kind of seeing what I can do, and I have noticed that it is drying out my skin in certain places. So for that fact, we are going to go in with a hydrating cream today. So we're going to go in with the Hello Hydration Face Cream from e.l.f. I picked this up the other day at Ulta because I was looking for one and I saw this and I was like, you know what, we'll try it because I want something hydrating. I don't need anything like super crazy. And thank God this has a good scent. So, to me, it's almost like a fruity florally. Like, if you went to Ulta, and I don't know if other beauty stores have them, I think Target has them too. They have those like body butters, and they have like a peach mango one that's kind of like an orangish color. It smells similar to that to me, which is fine because I absolutely love the smell of that. For any type of skin, whether it's combination dry, oily, regular, whatever, that's what it says on their website at least. And it's just supposed to hydrate your face and make you feel like a brand new person, essentially. So my face is clean. I took a shower, used my Neutrogena acne wash and all that stuff. So I do have a clean face. So we're just gonna take a little bit on here. Now I don't know what they mean by a little bit. So we're just gonna go in with that much, I guess, and we'll see if that's enough. So I'm gonna move my mirror here real quick and get my hair out of the way. We're gonna rub this in and just kind of spread it out so there's not too much in one area. And we are gonna rub it in. And okay, so it's been about 30 seconds or so since I applied the cream, and we are gonna see kind of what my face feels like and what it looks like, if it looks any different. Does it look hydrated? Does it look dry? What's going on? What's the tea? We're gonna find out right now. So, feeling my face, first off, it doesn't feel tacky. So I would not say to just go straight ahead and apply foundation or makeup to this. It's not a primer. It's not gonna stick and hold as well. Now I have used foundation without a primer and I've just been fine, but I'm not someone who puts on makeup necessarily every day and wears it out and about. But I would definitely not grab this and then put foundation on after this. I would still use a primer if I were you. So it's not tacky feeling. It definitely has a light stickiness to it where it may hold product to it, but I wouldn't say it's gonna hold it and keep it there forever. Now, in terms of feeling hydrated, my skin definitely feels really soft. Like right here, just rubbing off my nose feels so smooth. I don't think it's ever actually felt that smooth before. Even after using like other products that I've had in terms of like charcoal masks and stuff like that, it's never felt this soft. So I definitely think that it is hydrating. My skin looks hydrated. I don't know how well it's like showing on camera, but it's definitely got some like luminosity to it from the hydration. That's definitely not oil. My skin is not oily by any means. But it definitely feels really nice. It doesn't look any different. I wouldn't say that, like, besides the luminosity, I wouldn't say that my face is like, oh my God, there's no dry skin ever gonna appear again. But it definitely looks and feels really nice. Now we're gonna move on to primer. So I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now I think I used this in my first video and it was good. Or I might have used this other primer that I have, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. Now I think I might have used this in the first video. I can't remember. Don't at me. So whichever one I used, this one was good in a sense that it did kind of what this does. It kept my face hydrated, but it did not cover my pores. It didn't airbrush them. It didn't blemish them away. They didn't disappear. There's no Harry Potter wizard magic going on. It was just something to stick the foundation to. This one doesn't make my pores disappear, but it definitely blurs them a lot more than it is now, especially on my nose area, like the tip of my nose and like the apples of my cheeks, and somewhat in my hairline where there's bigger pores because there's hair follicles. But it definitely blurs them enough that when I put the foundation over it, they're almost gone. So I definitely really do like this primer. I would recommend it for people who have bigger pores that they kind of want to cover up, that a just normal kind of, I don't know what, like liquidy kind of like primer doesn't cover. I would definitely go with something of a more like putty finish. It doesn't even have to be e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I know that there are other versions of this out there. There's other companies that make things similar, that make things better, make things worse. I don't know, but I would definitely go with something like that if you're someone who is worried about your pores, you know, exploding onto the world. So we are gonna go in with this. So when I go in, as you can see, I've used quite a bit of it. I just typically take like the top of my finger and my nail and just like scrape a nice portion of it off. If I need more, I go back and get it, but typically enough that like covers my nail like this is pretty good. That's almost more than I need, but that's fine. So what I do, I kind of rub it between my fingers just to warm it up, and I do the same thing I did with the hydrating cream. I kind of rub it on different parts of my face, so that way I'm not rubbing all of it into my forehead, and then by the time I get it to my nose and my cheeks, there's no product left, it's all absorbed somewhere. So I definitely kind of spread it out, almost like you would with foundation when you dab it on, and then I go ahead and just rub it in. Okay, primer's rubbed in. It's been on for about 15 seconds now. I don't think you really have to wait to see results like the hydrating cream. Like obviously that's not really gonna do much right away. But if this is supposed to be a blurring cream putty primer, I would expect to see something the instant I put it on. I'm not expecting to have to wait 5 minutes for my pores to disappear. They should disappear instantly, right? So we're gonna look at it right now. I have already worn this before. I do know what happens, but just for you guys' reference. So right here and right here, my pores are not necessarily huge, but there's a lot of them. I use the nose strips, I use the charcoal mask, I do all that stuff. I peel it off, I go in and I pop it. I know you're not supposed to. I do all of that stuff, and I still can't like take care of them all. They're gonna be there. There's no way to completely get rid of them. But this primer definitely blurs them to almost non-existent. Once I put the foundation on and then the concealer a little bit right here, they're basically gone. But this is a really good first step in the process of making them disappear and making my face look plastic and fake. So now we're on to foundation, and I wear the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Now I have two shades here that I do mix together. When you go to Ulta and you look at this foundation, they only have like 5 shades. I think they have more online. I'm not entirely positive. But at the store, they don't have that many. So I picked up 2, and I picked up Sand and Alabaster. Now, Sand is definitely more of a kind of warm toned, almost like yellow tinted, whereas Alabaster is definitely more of a cool toned. Now, Alabaster is pretty white for me. I am naturally just tanned. I am not good at shade matching, so in the store, there's no way I'd ever pick my perfect shade. So if I have to mix 2, you know what? I'll do it. So what I do is I typically do just like a pump and a half of each. I try to get the same amount, because if I do too much of the sand, then it's too yellow. If I do too much of the alabaster, then it's too white. So I just kind of mix them together and get the perfect combo. So we're gonna take my beauty sponge here, my Morphe sponge, and we're just gonna dab this on my face everywhere, get it in my skin. All right, and we are ready to bounce. don't forget your neck, especially if your foundation is kind of not close to your natural skin tone and all. Just kind of dab a little bit on there and kind of help the blend. Obviously, I'm wearing a tank top, so doing my neck right now is not gonna really help anything, but you know, always just add it on there. You can always do your ears too. I don't like doing my ears just because I don't like water getting in them and having to clean them. It's kind of annoying to me, so I typically just do my neck. All right, so we are done with foundation. Now, on camera, I don't necessarily know how this is looking, I guess, compared to the rest of my skin. I don't know if it's too yellow, if it's too white. I don't know what's going on until I, watch the video myself. But in person, it doesn't look bad, especially compared to like this area right here on me. It kind of looks almost the same. It is a little more luminous and white up here. I would say that I definitely could have put a little bit more sand in there, but we're just gonna stick with it. It's fine for now. Now, once I put this on, pores are gone. The only thing that this foundation, for me personally, does not cover that I don't like is the discoloration under my eyes. Now you can see that. It almost looks like I'm wearing makeup there already, and I'm not. It's truly just super deep purple. It's very puffy. I have an eye roller hydrating thing that I bought at Target that I do put on, and that does help, but I don't wear it all the time. And I know you can get these from lack of sleep, iron deficiency. My guess is it's probably iron deficiency because that does run in my family. Do I take iron supplements? No, I don't. I probably could and see if it works, but right now I just live with it. I wear glasses, so a lot of times the glasses kind of cover it up and most people can't tell. Now when I take them off and I'm doing a video like this, it's like a purple bag of drama and it's not cool. So we have to combat that with concealer. So the concealer that I'm going to use today is the JSC Magic Star Concealer in shade C5. No, I did not steal this, went to the Morphe store and bought it with my own money. So now, I have not really used this yet. I did open it up just to look at it. Absolutely a huge fan of Jeffree Star. That's kind of what I alluded to in the intro. These are kind of like my coveted products. Basically, anything from him is really special to me. When I get to the eyeshadow palette, we'll kind of delve more into that. But these are definitely stuff that I'm going to keep near and dear to my heart. And just things that I'll probably always use no matter what. So, I'll try out other products, but I'll probably keep these as definitely something that are in my arsenal for a while. So, this is shade C5. It is very brightening. Now, a lot of people are probably going to think this is too white on my skin, too white on my face with the foundation and all of that. They're not wrong, but the purple under here needs a lot of help, and I don't mind looking like luminous on my face. I don't mind if it looks bright. I don't mind if it's, super crazy looking. I don't care. It's not like I really wear this out. I just really wear it for the videos and for you guys to see and to talk about the products. And so, for me, I don't mind the brightening effect. Let's bounce. All right, so the under eyes are concealed. So now we need to set the face, and we are gonna go in with the JSC Magic Star Setting Powder. Now, I opened this up because I had to smell it. From what Jeffree said, it is supposed to smell like cotton candy, and it does. It is so, delicious smelling. Now, if I could have makeup smell like anything, I would either want it to smell like desserts, or I'd want it to smell like florally or fruity, kind of like the hydrating face cream. So I'm not mad at it. I definitely think that it smells good. I kind of wish that it was just actual cotton candy or cake batter. and I would just eat it up. But obviously it's not, probably not safe for consumption, so we're not gonna eat it. We're just gonna dip my damp beauty sponge in here, and we are just gonna go in and set everywhere where I put the concealer. All right, the under eyes and everywhere we put the concealer is set. So I want to take a minute to look in the mirror and give you guys my thoughts and my opinions. So, despite the shade being a little bright for me, perfectly fine. If you want to go bright, if you want to match your foundation, it's really up to you. It's all personal preference. There is no specific set rule that you have to follow with makeup. It's creativity. Do whatever the hell you want. No one can judge you. So, besides it being a little brightening, I think that not only did the concealer mesh really well with the foundation and the primer, I think the setting powder was absolutely amazing. It completely morphed into the skin. It melted like butter into the concealer, and it's like gone. I know that with sometimes you're gonna have to take like a clean brush and kind of brush away the excess. There is no excess to brush off my face. It literally melted straight into the concealer, set it, and we are ready for the rest of the day. Okay, now that we've set the concealer, we're ready to contour. Now, I have facial hair. It's already kind of contoured on my cheeks right here, but I still go in with a little bit of shade. So we're just gonna go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Contour Kit. I dip into these two shades right here, which are shade Sculpt and Hollow. And I don't go super heavy because, like I said, I do have facial hair that already creates kind of a natural, I guess a natural contour for me. So I just kind of lightly brush it on in one spot. I lightly brush it on in the other spot. And then I kind of go heavier into my forehead, and then I kind of go back to my cheeks. Now I know that's not typically how you're supposed to contour your face. You know, you're supposed to do your cheeks, build it out, do all the other areas of your face. But like I said, with the facial hair, it's just the way that works for me. And honestly, do makeup the way that it works for you. Don't watch a beauty guru on YouTube and think that you have to follow everything that they do. Some of their steps are amazing and they may be phenomenal for you, and other ones may not work. So you know what? Do what's for you, do what's for you, do what works for you. Do your research and just kind of keep experimenting. If you see someone doing something and you're like, oh, you know what, I want to try that, go ahead and try it. No one's gonna stop you, and if it doesn't work, then you know it doesn't work. You know what? Do what you need to do. The e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder. This isn't super blinding. Like, when I rub it on my hands and my fingers, it's like hot damn bam. When I rub it on my hand, it's like hot damn bam. It's literally like liquid glass. When I rub it on my face, it doesn't really do that. Now, I'm probably using the wrong brush. I tend to just use my contour brush here, and I go into the pan really heavy, just because, I want a little bit of glow on my face, and I just kind of go in. Like, I can't tell if it's really showing up. I don't know how well it's translating to the camera. I know, obviously, it works. It works on my hand. Maybe it's the brush that I'm using. I don't know. But, put it on anyways. If it doesn't glow, it doesn't glow. I'm not super obsessed with highlighting. I can always go out and try other products. What might work better for me is a liquid highlighter, I know Jeffree Star makes some of those. I know he obviously makes actual powder highlighters too. Those may work 10 times better for me. Maybe it's just this, maybe it's the brush, maybe it's my technique, who knows. Now today, we're gonna go in with a product that means a lot to me. Not for, for many reasons, I guess. One of them is the color story of the actual palette itself, and one of them is the person that makes it. And I am talking about Jeffree Star and the Blue Blood palette. Now, before we open it, blue is my absolute favorite color. Light blue in particular, like this shade of blue screams my name. Like, I absolutely love it. I love this palette. I love the way it's made. It looks beautiful. The shades are absolutely stunning. The formula is amazing. I have played with it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is something I definitely played with already. But I absolutely love blue, and I cannot believe that this palette was made, and I only wish that more people would make, you know, products this amazing and color stories that are, you know, as... Now we're gonna open the product. And now it's time to open the palette. So, now most of you have already seen this palette. It did come out earlier this year. I'm a little late to the party, but I finally went out and bought it, and I am in love. Now, we already talked about the palette and why I love it. Now, why Jeffree Star? So we're gonna kind of do all of this while I'm putting on the makeup. So let me grab my brushes. Okay, so to start, we're gonna go in with this transition shade right here called Wealthy. Now, let's talk about this product and Jeffree. So I'm just gonna cover my eyelid, get this transition shade all over. Now, this last year and the year before were very tough. Lots of things in my personal life going on, lots of things I needed to deal with, and I'm not one of those people that necessarily opens up a lot. I keep a lot of stuff internalized, and there's many reasons for that. I don't like putting my business on other people, and that is not the way that I should view things, but it is. People are there to help you. I just don't like bringing them down with my own troubles when I know that most people are going through something similar or going through stuff on their own. I don't want to add my baggage to theirs. So I tend to keep things to myself when I'm going through them. And I don't, reach out to friends. I don't really reach out to family. I just kind of deal with it on my own. And one of the things that helped me get through the tough time in my year was Jeffree Star. So I don't remember exactly the day I found him on YouTube or how I found him, because I typically watch gaming videos. I love Funhouse. I've been following them for so many years now, ever since they were Inside Gaming, all of that stuff. I've absolutely loved them. I met them at E3, and it was like the most amazing time of my life. But one day, I stumbled upon a Jeffree Star video, and I realized how much fun I had watching him. How much fun I had, seeing the stuff that he was reviewing and watching him put it on his face, and the way his personality, and I would laugh, and I was just happy. And that would last the whole time that I was watching his videos and a little bit after. Now, that kept me going, because I realized that even if my day, whether it be at work or personal, was super shitty, I knew that I could go home, I could turn on YouTube, and there was a back catalog of years and years and years of Jeffree Star videos that I could watch. And even though it was only going to be an hour or two of relief for me, that was enough. That was my therapy. I didn't go talk to someone professionally. I didn't talk to family and friends. I had YouTube and I had Jeffree Star. And it brought a new love to my life in the form of makeup that I didn't think I would honestly ever have. Now, makeup is not something I wear on a daily basis. It is not something that I go out into public with. It's something that I, record for you guys, and it's something that I find fun, and it's relaxing, and it's calming, and I enjoy it. And I just so grateful that I was able to find someone that brought a new passion into my life and kind of kept me going. So I know that you're probably never going to see this, Jeffree, but I do want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for not only making products like this, that bring me and many other people so much joy, but just being yourself, and through all of the trauma that you've been through, still being there for the millions and millions of fans that you have, and never giving up on yourself or giving up on us. So I want to say thank you. Okay, now that that's over, let's get back to the makeup. So we put on our transition shade of Wealthy, and we are going to go in with the crease, and we're going to go in with a shade here called Cremated. And we're just going to put this in our crease and just darken it up a bit. Now, I can't say that I'm ever going to be good at putting on eyeshadow. Every time I put it on, I feel like it looks like I got punched in the face. And that is not the product's fault. I don't think it's the brush's fault. I honestly think it's mine. I think I just have not practiced enough. I have not done it enough. And I need to get better. But I'm trying. So do not hate this look. Because the palette, don't think that there's anything wrong with this, because there's not. These formulas are absolutely amazing. It's honestly just me. I'm just not good at it yet, and that's fine, you know? It's something I can practice, and it's something that probably a lot of you relate to. A lot of people, when they first start putting on makeup, they're not going to be professionals. You're not going to get those cut white creases with light blue and green and eyeliner and all that stuff. You're not going to be able to do that day one. You're not going to pick up an eyeshadow palette and be like, bam, slay the world, they're dead. Like, it's not going to happen. It takes practice and it takes time, and I am just, you know, working on it at my own pace, and that is all you can do, you know? You work on it when you know that you can, and you just need to not be so hard on yourself when it doesn't turn out the way you want it. All right, we're gonna do the other side, and I'll be right back. All right, so now that we're done with the crease shade, yes, I know it looks a little wonky. We're gonna go in and fix it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a blending brush here. Give me 1 second. We're just gonna take this. We'll take this clean Morphe brush here, and we're gonna dip a little bit into the shade Wealthy and just kind of go and cut this and kind of soften the edge of that crease shade that we just put in there, and just kind of blur it so it's not as harsh on the eye. You can also take a clean brush too. You do not have to add any product to this, and it will help, but I just kind of want to add a little bit more transition shade on there, because we are going to put a little bit something on, I think, the top, which is what we're going to do now. So I'm going to take this other first brush that we used when we first put on Wealthy, and we're going to go up here with this shade called Flourishing right here. It's like this deep kind of aqua-y turquoise green, and we're just going to put this right above that shade. And we're just going to kind of blend them together up here and create that nice kind of smoked out effect. All right, so while I'm doing this, because obviously I talked a lot before actually putting on any of the product, why don't you guys leave any comments below and just kind of tell me, what did you find in your life that maybe helped you through a tough time? Was it music? Was it artists? Was it a person? Was it makeup? Was it religion? Like, you know what? Share your story. Don't, think that other people are gonna know what to do for themselves, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are not gonna be able to get out of that rut, and that is why, we lose so many dear ones and loved ones every year to suicide, because they don't feel like they will ever be able to kind of get out of wherever they're stuck. And, sharing your story is one of the best ways to help people like that. Letting people know that there is a way out is definitely going to be beneficial to the world, especially in today's times. All right, so I don't think this is actually looking bad. So we're gonna go in here and do the lid. So I'm gonna take this Morphe brush, and I am gonna go in with this shade right here called Minty, or Mint Tea. And we're just gonna kind of pack this on the brush, and we are gonna put this on the lid here. Now, I do normally do shimmer shades on the lid, but we're gonna make this work. Now, I only wish that if I can create the eyeshadow palette and the makeup line idea that I have, that my formulas will be as good and as beloved as this one is. And I guess I should say as any Jeffree Star product. All right, so we're gonna go in real quick here with the crease brush. We're gonna go back into cremated, and we're just gonna kind of deepen this crease a little bit. Again, just because we kind of blended it out a lot, and I want, that nice kind of smoke, and we're gonna kind of like blend it in here with that minty shade that we just put on the lid, on the corner. So we're just gonna darken this crease. All right, so now for the under eye. So I'm gonna take this just, kind of almost flat tipped eyeshadow brush, and we are gonna go under with the shade Flourishing again. So that's that shade that we kind of used up top right here, just to blend the crease up into the eyebrow. And we're gonna take that and smoke out the under eye. So I'm just gonna dab the tip of the brush into this shade here, because I'm not looking to go super ham. And we're just gonna kind of lightly brush this underneath the eye. All right, so now we need to put a corner crease color. And I'm gonna take this little Morphe brush here, and we are gonna go in this shade right here called Entitled. And it is like a shimmery version of the Flourishing color there. So it's kind of like that tealy green. Before I go into this, because I have played with this palette, I do know that the shimmer shades show up, but I want that extra pop. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit of the Jeffree Star Morphe setting spray. Sorry, I had an itch. And we're gonna go into the corner of my eye. Okay, I think this look is almost done. Now, what I want to do real quick is I'm going to take the same brush that I used to put on the lid, and I'm just going to go into this shade right here. I don't know what the name of the shade is supposed to be. It's like Culinin or Sulinin. I'm not quite sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip of the brush again, and I'm just going to kind of use this up here to kind of cut out my eyebrow a little and just add that extra like luminosity real quick on the top. That extra kind of highlight here. The shade is so beautiful. Like, damn. Should have just used that as my highlighter. Maybe next time. Okay, so for mascara today, we are going to go in with the CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast. I mean, how fitting. It's blue. It matches the inner corner fantasy of my eye right there. And we're going to put it on my eyes as well. So the wand looks like this. It's pretty interesting. It's like little kind of thin bristles. It's not bad. It kind of works. I'm not the best at putting on mascara. I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of get it on my eyes, but oh well. It just takes practice. Okay, so the top lashes are done right there. Doesn't look bad. I was a lot better this time, and I didn't really get product on my eye, which is great. So we're gonna go in here real quick before dunking in again and just see if I can also get the bottom lashes coated on like one dunk and see how much product I actually have on the brush. Is it enough to do everything? Is it not? We'll find out in just a second. Well, I definitely had enough product after one dunk to get this whole eye done. So this is the eye with mascara. This is the eye without mascara. Let me go do the other side real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so we're done putting on mascara. Now, I did get a little bit of product underneath down here, and I think there's like a lash, like that's loose right here. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's looking a little jank over on this eye. It's not bad here, and it's looking a little like messed up right here. And I don't know if that's just my eyelashes or the product itself. Let me go real quick and see if I can fix that, because I don't know what's going on. But it is looking weird. I mean, they're definitely coated. I just don't know. It must be my lashes right there. They're kind of like bunching together, but then one of them's like sticking off in like a weird angle, almost like it's like not connected to my eye anymore. So I don't know. Maybe I need to like pull it out and make a wish. Wish this looked to be good. I don't know. But I mean, I think we're done. The mascara isn't terrible. It definitely helps. Okay, so now we need to go in with lips. So I have a couple lip options here. Let me grab them out for you. Okay, so we have 3 e.l.f. liquid lips, and we have 2 from Kylie Cosmetics. Now, these are just little sample ones. It was from Ulta. It was like 12 bucks for 2. Now, all of these are nude. You know, there's nothing different about that. So we're going to go in kind of with the more nude shade here, and that is Candy K. Now, the one thing I like about wearing the Kylie ones is they smell really good. They smell like licorice, but not like pure red licorice. It's almost like big reds, if you know what I'm talking about, like the hollow licorice ones, the bigger big red sticks. And I absolutely love those. So I'm not mad that this smells like them. I haven't really tasted it, see if it tastes like them, but oh well. So we're gonna put this on real quick. And we're done. One coat, that's all it took. The one thing I will say about this though is it is very drying. Like, it dries almost instantly. If you put it on in the wrong spot, you better make sure you remove it quick, because if not, it's gonna stay there. Obviously, you could always take a makeup wipe and remove it, but then you gotta put your foundation and all that stuff back on. So just make sure you're really careful with the way that you put them on. Now, it doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel tacky, there's not really any transfer on your fingers when you touch it. I can definitely tell I'm wearing something, and maybe that's because I obviously don't wear lipstick every day. I don't wear liquid lips. It's not a common thing for me, so obviously I'm probably going to be more prone to telling that there's something on my face versus someone else who wears them every day. But I can tell it's there. It definitely has like a texture to it, and it, like I said, it is pretty drying. It dries pretty instantly once you put it on, and you can definitely like kind of feel that it's drying. I feel like I'd probably need to lick my lips constantly wearing this, but to me, that's not like a super big downfall to stop me from wearing it, especially when it does smell good and the coverage is really nice. And I mean, it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks really nice. There are some liquid lips that you put on and they are spotty and streaky, and this is definitely not that way. Now, granted, some of her other shades, maybe, maybe not. These are the only two I've ever tried, seen reviews, but you know, that's personally up for you to try or you to watch a review of. This shade, this shade specifically worked for me. So, last thing we need to do real quick is set the face. We're gonna go in with the Set and Refresh Starberry Mist from Jeffree Star and Morphe. That's probably too much, but honestly, this smells really good too. All right, well, this look is complete. We are done for today. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the look. Let me know if you guys have any techniques that I can do to make it look better. Suggest some different shades you want to see. Suggest some different products that you want me to review or talk about or test. I will try to be as honest as possible. You know, I may be personally biased to some of the products just because they have helped me, or the person that created them have helped me out of a dire situation, but I will also be honest if I don't like the product or if it doesn't work for me. The 3 products that I have, they work perfectly fine. They may not work for you, but they are absolutely amazing on me. So let me know what you guys want to see. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.